Hey everybody, I've wanted to do a drum kit rundown for a while now, and I posted a picture of this kit on Facebook last week. I love it. I'm never getting rid of it. It's a Pearl Reference Pure kit in Ultra Blue Fade. I want to thank everybody at Pearl, John, Derek, Mike, Steve, Kevin, all those guys. Thanks so much for the support all these years. Got with you guys in 1999, and I hope nothing ends anytime soon. I'd also like to thank my old friend Tim Moore at Sennheiser for the mics. We've got the full gamut of Sennheiser mics, and we also got some Neumanns as the underheads. Loving that. Got two mics in the bass drum, one inside, one out. And mentioning the bass drum, Witch Head Stage Art. Dominic has made, I can't tell you how many drum heads for us. It's been a great relationship. Check them out for sure if you need any stage art whatsoever. Dave Steerwalt at Groove Juice helps the cymbals stay clean, and also we use the shell shine. Keep the shells nice and clean, and also protects them from dust, scratching, and all that other good stuff. Cymbals, Sarah at Zildjian is amazing. Love the situation. I've played Zildjian my entire life, so happy to be there. I'm using a 19 and 20 inch K thin crash, 10 and 8 A custom splashes, 15 inch K light hats, 20 inch K custom medium. I've got a 17 inch K China, and then an Oriental trash splash in order for drum loops and stuff to be replicated. Why don't you come over back here and we'll check out what we have as far as the tracks rig. It's a conglomeration of sorts with Built Music and also Closed Loop Creative. We've got two MacBook Pros running Ableton. We've got the Keith McMillan pad, which cues songs. We have the interfaces, radial, and also have a switcher right by my hi-hat foot, so that if something happens, since we have a redundant system, I can switch over to the other computer. I'm using the SPD for a little bit of triggering, but mainly to start and stop songs and find markers. Drum heads, Chris Brady at Aquarian, known him forever. Once again, one of those long relationships that I really cherish. I'm running the coded response 2s on the toms, and then the triple threat on the snare drum with a high performance snare side on the bottom. And on the side snare, the coded response 2, and the kick drum is a Super Kick 10, and I also have a pad on there, super thin kick pad. Snare drums are Beier snare drums. Good old Jim up in Wisconsin makes some great snare drums. I've got the 12 by 5.5 as a side snare, 14 by 5.5 on my primary, and then I have a 6.5 by 14 as a backup. What's great, I can switch those drums out. It's pretty seamless. They have different characteristics, but they're not extremely different in the way they sound. My buddy Ed Harden, who's doing the videoing, does a great job making me feel comfortable behind the drum kit, but also tuning the drums and snare drums. Let's hold a moment of silence for Ed.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome, Ed. Stick holder and drink holder is made by the one and only Dave Cloutier at Quick Sticks. Rumor is that dude likes to drink some beer. That's what I've heard, so we'll have to find out. ProMark Japanese Oak 808, those are my sticks. Of course, the full gamut of hot rods, brushes, anything else, mallets, broomsticks. I'm using the Fender in-ears. I really love them. I have not ever had a good situation with the molded in-ear monitors. Never worked well. What's great about the Fenders, I use the Comply foam tips along with the Fender in-ears. They seal great and they sound amazing. So really pleased with that. Those guys are in town too, so if I ever need any service, they're right there. Big fat snare drum, I'm using a 12, and then I'm using the Green Monster in a 14, and also have the regular in a 14. And those are just great. You don't really have to switch snares out. You just throw those on. Chris and those guys do some great work. Well, that's it. I'd also like to thank my good friend and drum tech and videographer, therapist, coffee buddy, and sometimes drinking buddy, Ed Harden, for all of his hard work. He really and truly makes me feel comfortable behind the drum set. Thank you all. Hope to see you on the road soon. So I was gonna show you the tracks rig, but I'm not. Ed, there's something wrong.
What are you talking about?
Well, something's. The Motu, the interfaces aren't.
Oh.
What the? Holy crap! Oh, it's clipped on first. Never mind. It's all good. It's my pet. Is that it?
You should leave that in there, that look right there. It's like,
You want a piece of me?